Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark just sent the entire WNBA a message. Loud, clear, and absolutely ruthless. After a stunning win over the Dallas Wings, the Indiana Fever's dynamic duo did not hold back in their post-game reactions. From Clark's fiery leadership and jaw-dropping assists to Boston's pure dominance in the paint, this victory wasn't just another game. It was a statement. And what they said afterward, oh, it lit up the internet like wildfire. Buckle up, because you're about to hear the full story of how Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark took down the Wings and torched every doubt thrown their way. The Indiana Fever came into this matchup with the Dallas Wings looking to silence critics and build on the momentum they've been steadily gathering. The Fever have had a rocky start this season, but something has changed. Especially since Caitlin Clark began hitting her stride and Aliyah Boston returned to her all-star form. On the other side, the Dallas Wings, though struggling this year, are still a team packed with talent. With Teaira McCowan in the post and Eriko Gunbowl on the perimeter, Dallas can explode on any given night. So this wasn't some cupcake game. This was a battle. And Indiana showed up like warriors. Caitlin Clark's all-around domination. Caitlin Clark was electric from the opening tip. You could feel her energy, the swagger, the confidence, the laser focus. She dropped 23 points, dished out 11 assists, and snagged 7 rebounds. And let's talk about those assists for a second, because they weren't just your average passes. We're talking threading the needle, behind the back, full court. Game-breaking dimes that only Clark could deliver. At one point in the second quarter, Clark launched a 30-foot bounce pass in transition that landed perfectly into the hands of Christy Wallace for an easy layup. The crowd erupted. But the best part? It wasn't just about scoring. Caitlin was orchestrating the offense like a maestro. She controlled the pace, communicated constantly, and made everyone around her better. And after the game, when asked about her performance, Caitlin said, "We're not here to be cute. We're here to win. We're tired of the disrespect. This team is ready to go toe-to-toe with anybody." That's leadership. That's fire. Now let's talk about Aliyah Boston, because this was her night just as much as Clark's. Boston dominated the post with 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks, and made Teaira McCowan look absolutely helpless at times. Her footwork was impeccable. Her positioning? Perfect. Her strength? Unmatched. In the third quarter, she had a sequence where she scored an and one through contact, then ran back down the floor and swatted a layup attempt into the third row. She pounded her chest and roared, and that moment captured everything. Aliyah Boston wasn't just playing. She was making a statement. After the game, she made her message crystal clear. "I'm done being quiet. People have been sleeping on us, talking like we don't belong. But we're here, and we're not backing down." That's not just emotion. That's a superstar asserting her place in this league. Let's be honest. For the first few weeks of the season, there were growing pains. A lot of people blamed Caitlin. Some blamed the coaching. But now, the Fever are looking like one of the most dangerous up-and-coming teams in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston have figured out how to complement each other. Their pick-and-roll game is lethal. Their chemistry is growing by the game. When Boston rolls, Clark finds her. When Clark gets doubled, Boston knows exactly where to cut or space. But it's not just them. Lexi Hall stepped up big in this game. Nalissa Smith continues to be a force when healthy. Kelsey Mitchell, one of the league's smoothest scorers, is finding her rhythm. And with Christy Wallace hitting corner threes and Erica Wheeler bringing leadership off the bench, the Fever are suddenly deep and connected. Coach Christy Sides deserves credit too. She's adjusted the offense to lean into Caitlin's strengths while empowering Boston to dominate the paint. That balance is unlocking Indiana's full potential. In the post-game press conference, Caitlin and Aliyah didn't just talk about the win. They talked about the narratives, the hate, the pressure, The noise. Caitlin said, "People said we couldn't play together, that we'd clash, that I'd take away from Aliyah. But look at us. She's dominating. I'm doing my thing. We're just getting started." And Aliyah doubled down. The media wanted drama. We gave them dominance. They made it clear. This wasn't just a win. This was proof that the Fever's core is real. That the so-called Caitlin Clark experiment isn't just working, it's thriving. And they're not playing the victim. They're owning the moment. ESPN tweeted out one of Clark's highlight passes with the caption, "This ain't college anymore. Caitlin's here to cook." WNBA players around the league reacted too. Some praised the duo. Some were a little salty. But fans? Fans were eating it up. TikTok was flooded with highlight reels of the pick-and-roll action. Twitter was full of memes, reactions, and one-liners like "Clark to Boston is the new Stockton to Malone." Even former NBA players chimed in. One former All-Star tweeted, "Aliyah Boston is a beast, and Clark is the best passer we've seen in years." The Fever, who used to be buried on the back pages, are now the hottest ticket in the league. And let's be real for a moment. For weeks, there were experts and commentators questioning if Caitlin Clark could coexist with a player like Boston. Could two stars share the spotlight? Could Clark adjust to the physicality? Could Boston thrive next to such a high-usage guard? Well, this game answered all of those questions. Aliyah Boston is flourishing. Caitlin Clark is elevating everyone. And most importantly, the Fever are winning. The critics? Now they're quiet. Some have even tried to backtrack, saying, "Well, we always knew they'd need time, but the receipts are out there. The hate was loud, and now the proof is louder." What's next for the Fever? So what's next for this rising squad? The Indiana Fever are now firmly in the playoff hunt. With this win, they've gained crucial confidence, and they're learning how to finish games. Earlier in the season, they'd crumble in the fourth quarter. Not anymore. Clark is learning how to close. Boston is taking over late. The team is finding its identity. Fast-paced, aggressive, unselfish, and fearless. Their upcoming schedule includes some tough opponents, the Liberty, Aces, and Lynx, but if this Dallas win proved anything, it's that the Fever are no longer underdogs. They're contenders in the making, and they have two of the brightest young stars in the league leading the charge. This win isn't just about one game. It's about what's being built in Indiana. Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. Aliyah Boston is already an all-star with Hall of Fame potential. So what did we just witness? A masterclass in dominance, a statement to the league, and a glimpse into the future of the WNBA. Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark didn't just win. They took over. And now the league better pay attention, because the Fever are hot, and this is just the beginning. Do you think Caitlin and Boston are the best duo in the league right now? Let us know down below. And stay tuned for more fire WNBA content right here on the channel. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe for your favorite play from the game.